विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, आज आपण रोटेशनल डायनॅमिक्स या चॅप्टर मधील सेंट्रिपिटल फोर्स आणि सेंट्रिफ्युगल फोर्स कन्सेप्ट आपण व्यवस्थित समजून घेऊया. सेंट्रिपिटल फोर्स, centripetal force. Now we know that in UCM a particle performing a circular motion along the circumference of the circle with constant speed. As any particle can perform any type of motion, whether it is circular or linear, a force is to be must. Now, in circular motion, a centripetal force is to be necessary. Now, our question is, what is meant by centripetal force? Now, the name indicates full meaning, centripetal, which is directed towards center, which is directed towards center. Now, centripetal force is defined as, it is the radial force. It is the radial force acting on a particle or body, along the radius, and directed towards center. Now, such type of force is called as centripetal force. Now, here I written the definition of centripetal force. Now, a radial force acting on a body or particle, perform circular motion along the radius and directed towards center of the circle. This definition can be written in another word also: a radial force acting on a body along the radius and directed towards the center of the circle. A body can performing the circular motion. Now, here we must remember that the force which is directed towards the center and along the radius. Now, here why the word radial is to be used? The word radial is to be used here. The reason behind that, this force is created due to the radius. Now, this force is called as a radial force. Now, before we understood the concept of this definition clearly, we come across some concept. Now, according to the Newton's second law of motion, if a force acting on any body, it produces the acceleration. Or acceleration is produced in the direction of force. Now, according to Newton's second law of motion, if a body can perform the circular motion, then this can be written as force is equal to mass into radial acceleration. If the particle can perform the linear motion, then Newton's second law of motion is written as force is equal to mass into acceleration. But for circular motion, you will remember that this acceleration is radial acceleration. And here we understand properly, radial means it is due to the radius. Now, then force is F. For this force is centripetal, therefore you may written as FCP. CP means centripetal. Now mass of the body is say m, and radial acceleration is a. Radial acceleration is a. Now here FCP is equal to m v omega, since a is equal to v omega. FCP is equal to m v omega. Now FCP is equal to m, but we know that v is equal to r omega. But we know that v is equal to r omega. If you substitute v is equal to r omega in this relation, for v you may write r omega and this omega. Now simple algebraic, m r omega omega is FCP is equal to m r omega square. Now this is equation first, this is equation second. Now again from this relation you may write as v is equal to r omega, therefore omega is equal to v by r. And if you substitute here for omega v by r, then the relation becomes now FCP is equal to m r, but for omega it is v by r, and it is square. Since v is equal to r omega, therefore omega is equal to v by r. If you solve this, FCP m r v square by r square. Now this r and this square get cancelled. Therefore FCP is equal to m v square by r. Equation number 3. Now remember that the radial acceleration is nothing but v square by r. V square by r. Now FCP is equal to m v square by r. Now equation 1, 2 and 3 are the mathematical relations for centripetal force, but which these relations are expressed here in magnitude form. As we know that force is a vector quantity which possesses both magnitude and direction. Now this centripetal force is a vector quantity. Now if you express this in vector form, then you may write like this: a arrow drawn above the symbol. It means that this is the vector. Now A is vector. Now here the sign is minus. Here the sign is minus. Here the sign is minus. Here again sign is minus, minus, minus. Therefore you may remember that the mathematical expression for centripetal force is FCP is equal to minus mv omega. FCP is equal to minus mr omega square, and FCP is equal to minus mv square by r, v square by r. Now in vector notation, if you express these relations 2 and 3 in properly, then it is FCP is equal to minus m omega square r. Equation number 4, and FCP is equal to minus mv square by r into r. Equation number 5. Now where this r is the unit vector, in the direction of radius, Now equation 4 and 5 are the centripetal force can be expressed in vector. Now the negative sign indicate that the centripetal force directed towards center. Now the centripetal force acting at right angle to the tangential velocity. Centripetal force acting right angle to the direction of tangential velocity. Therefore, there is no any displacement. In the direction of force. Now, once again, I repeat this concept. The centripetal force acting on a particle at right angle to the tangential velocity. Therefore, there is no any displacement in the direction of force. If there is no any displacement in the direction of force, therefore you may say that there has no any work done by the centripetal force if a particle can perform in the circular motion along the circumference of a circle. Now, the centripetal force, the SI unit of centripetal force is Newton. Symbolically it is Newton, or I can write here. Now the SI unit of centripetal force is Newton. We know that if you write the full name starting with small initial letter, and the symbolic representation is capital letter. Newton or Newton. If you know the unit of any physical quantity, we find out or obtain the dimensions of that physical quantity. Now Newton is a force. Therefore, the dimensions of centripetal force N is equal to 1 in mass, 1 in length, minus 2 in time. We must remember the dimensions of centripetal force. Centripetal force is 1 in mass, 1 in length, minus 2 in time. Now, how it can be obtained? We know that F is equal to ma. But for m, you may write capital M. Acceleration is L by t square. And if you solve this, 1 in mass, 1 in length, and minus 2 in time, the dimensions occurring at denominator are shifted to numerator by assigning negative power to them. Therefore, it becomes 1 in mass, 1 in length, minus 2 in time. And the SI unit of centripetal force is Newton. Here we must remember that centripetal force is necessary for circular motion. In absence of centripetal force, a body or particle cannot perform the circular motion. But due to the centripetal force, there will be no any work must be done there. It is only responsible to perform the circular motion of a particle along the circumference of the circle. Now, centripetal force is the real force. Which is the interaction between actual particle. Now then, we must remember some points for this, which are very, very important as concerned to centripetal force point of view. First is, it is a real force. Second one is it is along the radius. And directed towards center of the circle. Third point is its direction is different. At different instant of a particle performing the circular motion along along the circumference of the circle. Circumference of the circle. Now fourth point is important point. It does no work. It does no work. Centripetal force does no any work. And fifth and last one, it is necessary for circular motion. Now these are the five points. We must remember that for many times in exam you may ask, write a short note on centripetal force. Then we must remember this. It is a real force. It is along the radius and directed towards the center of the circle. Third point, you may minimize the direction of a particle changes at any instant due to the centripetal force. Therefore, a particle can perform the circular motion. It does no work. It does no work. It means that a centripetal force acting right angle to the tangential velocity, and the tangential velocity has no any displacement in the direction of force. Therefore, it does no any work, and the centripetal force is necessary for circular motion. तर हा मुद्दा जरा क्लिअर कट जरा समजून घ्या 3 नंबरचा. परत एकदा बघा. If a particle can performing the circular motion, now the linear velocity at that point is say VA, at that point say VB, at that point is say VC. Now as the particle can performing the circular motion along the circumference of the circle, the direction of the velocity of the particle continuously changes by centripetal force. Therefore, a particle can perform the circular motion along the circumference. If this velocity is not changed, then the particle thrown outside the circle. Okay. Now once again I repeat this point. It is a real force. It is along the radius and directed to the center of the circle. Its direction is different at different point. It does no any work, and it is necessary for centripetal force. In absence of centripetal force, circular motion cannot be performed by the particle. Now, examples for centripetal force. Examples of centripetal force. Now, first example number 1. Now, for example 1, a stone is tied to a string. A stone is tied to a string at any one point, and other end of the string is in your hand, and this string is held in a circle. The string is held in a circle. Then the stone can perform the circular motion along the circumference of the circle. Therefore, the necessary centripetal force is provided by the tension in the string. परत एकदा मराठीमध्ये बघा. आपण एक स्ट्रिंग घेतली, एक दोरी घेतली आणि तिच्या एका एंडला आपण जर स्टोन फिक्स केला आणि ते जर आपण असं फिरवलं तर इट कॅन परफॉर्म द सर्क्युलर मोशन. तर ती स्ट्रिंग काय करते? द tension in the string can provide the necessary centripetal force. If the string is slack, समजा त्याच्यात टेन्शन जर कमी झालं आणि स्ट्रिंग जर स्लॅक झाली तर सर्क्युलर मोशन परफॉर्म होऊ शकत नाही. त्यामुळे टेन्शन इन द स्ट्रिंग कॅन परफॉर्म द सर्क्युलर मोशन. नाउ सेकंड एक्झाम्पल, the electron can revolve around the nucleus around the nucleus in circular orbit, in circular orbit, the necessary centripetal force is provided by electrostatic force, between positively charged nucleus and negatively charged electrons. Now the electron can revolve around the nucleus. In circular orbit. The necessary centripetal force is provided by electrostatic force between positively charged nucleus and negatively charged electrons. Now one more example you may give one. The moon revolve around the earth in circular orbit. The necessary centripetal force provided by the gravitational force between earth and moon. These are the centripetal force. We must remember that this centripetal force is very necessary for circular motion. Now the centripetal force can be shown by diagram. If this is the circle, O be the center. Now this is the FCP. The particle is here. Linear velocity is v, the position of the particle is a. Now this is the direction of centripetal force FCP, which can perform the circular motion.